Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Anna's Botanicals, making organic cosmetics from your own kitchen ingredients. Today we're going to be talking about blemish cover. Now, if you've saved some lighter foundation from last week, here's the foundation we made, and here's the part I kept aside. I can open it, and you can see it's a little bit lighter than the foundation that's in here. And that's what you want, because you don't want it to be the same. It'll blend in as you put it on. So we'll take a little of that. Oh, that smells good. You can really smell the cinnamon and cocoa in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 different kinds of medium to make the paste, I guess you'd call it. Coconut oil and vitamin E oil. Okay. We'll put, actually, the best thing to do, and I've got my little popsicle sticks. Like I said, you can pick these up at Dollar Tree. These little dishes as well, perfect size. You take a little bit, because you can make this as you need it, if you need it. Sometimes you don't. Take a little bit of each. A little bit more in that one. You want to put the powder in first, and then judge how much liquid solid you want in it. We'll take the vitamin E oil first, and these are usually going to be quick little episodes because it's very, very easy. You take a little bit, just want a drop or 2. See, not much. You put it in there, mix it up, and if you need a little more, you can always put a little more. There we go. And what you want to do is just try to mix it up to where it's like a paste. And clearly I don't have enough vitamin E oil in there. So, like I said, you don't want too much because you don't want it really too runny. You want it just spreadable. There. A couple drops of that in there. And, it's a matter of, trial and error, I guess you'd call it. Because you try a little bit more. If you need more powder, you've got more powder. And if you need even more, then you make some more foundation. Make it lighter than your regular foundation. See, this has come out rather dark, which is not exactly what you want. So, I brought my little cornstarch in here. That's the base of all the cosmetics I do. And we will use my spoon. Put a little bit of that in there. Not too much. Just enough to lighten it up even more. Like I said, it's trial and error. And you want to kind of keep it, lighter, like I said, lighter than the foundation you use. And the foundation is, depending on how you want to look. It could either be darker, it could be lighter, it could be redder, it could be browner, it could be gold. It just all depends. And clearly I'm making a mess. A little bit more of this. And like I said, it's kind of an experiment. You want to try, and you'll eventually get it right for your skin tone. Now, this would be good for some of my off-white friends, or friends of color, as you call. I'm trying not to be politically correct, but I'm trying to be gentle so I don't offend anybody. Offense nowadays is just, it's ridiculous. You can be offended by the littlest things. Anyway, back to this. You can see this is kind of getting lighter, which is what you want. You just keep mixing it. Just keep mixing it. Now smush it against the side. And that's a little bit lighter. It's not lighter than our foundation, but it's lighter, as you can tell. Lighter than it was. And you can always add more cornstarch, which is, like I said, is the base. And it seems to be easier to lighten up, you know, because you don't need too much. And if you want to just, you know, like I said, if you have blemishes that you want to take care of, like I have one on my hand, or a couple on my hand, that's from the briars I have out in the backyard. If you want to cover that up, or if you have it on your face or on your chin, you know. But if you don't have any, that's great. That's one less step you have to worry about. But this will keep for usually about a year, because it is, you know, while it is organic, there's no preservatives in it. It's all natural stuff. There we go. That's a little better. That's just a different shade of brown than my foundation. As you can see, it covers it nicely. And on my skin, you know, this is the perfect shade. And it still smells like cocoa and cinnamon, which is what, you know, it's kind of a nice after effect, I guess you'd call it. Okay, so we've done that with the vitamin E oil, and I do have some other blemishes that I can use for the cocoa powder, or coconut oil. Let's put the cap on this so it does not tip over and spill. Use this. And it usually comes like this, you know, let's see. There we go. It can solidify. It has a very low melting temperature. I think it's 80 degrees temperature that it starts melting at. But I mean, if you take it in your hands, you can already see it's starting to melt. See, it's already starting to melt on my finger. And that's kind of what you want. So what you can do is take your bowl, hold your hand in it, under it, and just mix. And this might have a better outcome because it's already mostly solidified. But you want it softened enough to where you can mix it up easily. And see, that one does a little bit better because it's not an oil-based. I mean, it's coconut oil-based, but it's already solidified. And it's not going to make it as dark as the other did, as the vitamin E oil. Come back here. But these are very easy, very simple ingredients. If you need something special for the night, you know, oh my God, I've got a zit, I've got a spot on my face, I need to cover it. Go in your kitchen, cornstarch, cinnamon, cocoa, ginger, whatever. And if you need it lighter, you go with coconut oil. If you need it darker, you go with vitamin E oil. See, this is a little bit darker now that it's been mixed. And you can always lighten it up again. It's very easy to lighten up. A little bit of cornstarch. And it also gives you a little more blemish cover that way. There we go. And if anybody has any questions or any comments, feel free to email me. Get off there. My dog's Sterling. Email me at annasbotanicals@gmail.com. That's ANNASBOTANICALS@gmail.com. Or let me know in the chat room in here. What's the matter, Sterling? You want to see what I'm doing, huh? My constant companion. Doesn't matter if I'm in here doing my radio show or my reading or my cosmetics. Yeah. And still, it's a little dark. Put a little bit more. Yes, I am human. I'm not a robot, so don't. I'm not perfect. Go. See, it's a little bit darker still. But you could tell by the heat of my hand is making it melt easier and mix in easier. But as it cools, it doesn't lighten up that much, so you need to work with it. I mean, you could, it all depends. Skin tone, that's why I'm not making this to sell. I'm making this to show. Because like I said, everybody has different skin tones. Somebody that might have cocoa powder skin tone is different from someone with a cinnamon skin tone or a ginger skin tone, or even just a cornstarch skin tone. You know, and there's all different ways that you can make it look the way you want. And it saves having to buy the makeup over and over. Because when, you know, the lighting in the stores when you go to buy makeup is different than the lighting that you're going to have naturally outside or in your home. And it's going to look different. When you get that makeup home, you may not like the way it looks. And you can't return it. They won't let you return it, not if it's been used. So this is definitely a viable solution. You know, there we go. That's a little bit better. That's just a tad darker than the foundation we made last week. Let's see. There we go. And we have the olive oil, or the vitamin E oil on this arm, which you can tell it blends in a little better. And you can even just pick it up. See, I have one here, and I can feel the cornstarch and the cocoa powder, or the coconut oil. And you can see it's still a little dark. So what you want to do is, when you're making the foundation, before you get it to the shade that you want, stop at 2 shades lighter. That would be my recommendation, 2 or 3 shades lighter, because then you don't have to go back and lighten it so much when you're making blemish cover-up. And I do apologize for being late again this week. I was having, of course, technical issues. Couldn't get the camera to stay proper. But like anything, life is a journey. It's a work in progress. It's a journey done, not a destination. And I do hope you'll share these videos with your friends, female and male if desired. If you have some effeminate males, which I'm not slighting them at all. I do have gay and trans and lesbian friends, so I'm not slighting them in the least. They're just human like the rest of us. We all just want to be loved. Anyway, as you can see, that's getting even lighter now, which is what you want. You just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. If the coconut oil gets too hard to deal with, just pick it up in your fingers. You can feel the cornstarch, you can feel the coconut oil, and it will start to melt again. But once it's mixed with this and put on your skin, it won't come off. I mean, it might come off a little bit, but it won't damage anything because, I mean, it's all washable. See? Let's see. I have one up here. It blends in better. Let's get this off. Ah, yes, that's much better. And it covers it, I think. And if you put some up here under your chin, it'll smell like coconut and chocolate all day. It smells good. So, just when you do it, be sure to not let any go down in your shirt, because then you'll have coconut oil and cocoa. Anyway, like I said, it's always easy to make, and if you need a different shade altogether, just start a different one. In fact, since that works so well, I can show you. Get my supply basket over here. Another clean bowl. And let's see. Put these aside. And you can always start, I mean, if you've got a lot of blemishes, you start with a little more. You can always make fresh. And I will show you fresh from the start. Okay, that, and I like a little ginger in mine. And just tap it in. You just, you know, you have your skin. You know what shade you want. Like I said, these are always good to have. Let's see, a little bit lighter. And if you don't like the smell of ginger, there's plenty of other colors you can use. You can use it just a touch of cinnamon to give it a little color. And you can see that's really and we'll take half of that. Put it there. Go. That and that. I could use a touch more ginger in both. And like I said, if you don't like the smell of ginger, you can always find something else in your spice cabinet. There's always, if you need a little grayer, there's cardamom. If you need the reddish brown, there's cinnamon. You don't need the gold flecks for blemish color. You don't. That's why when I took the blemish cover out of the foundation, I did it before I put the gold flecks in. The gold flecks are very easy to get. I got mine from Amazon here in a couple of days, and it's not that expensive. I mean, you don't even have to go with gold flecks if you don't want. I find it gives your face a more of a glow, but I could also do that with mustard. I know it sounds strange. And if you have like a red tinge to your skin, like the Native Americans, you can use paprika or cayenne. There we go. And now let's do coconut oil. We'll do the coconut oil on this one. Like I said, if it is too hard to work with, just hold it on your finger a few minutes and scrape it off, because it will melt, as you can see by the shine on my finger now, I think. There it goes. See the shininess? That just shows it's really easy to melt coconut oil. Put a little this in here. Go. And you always cover these up so that they don't spill. I know I sound like a mother hen, but hey, I am a mother. My boys are both grown. And this is the vitamin E oil. You just want to mix it up, get all that in there. And it looks like I put a little too much oil in there, which is fine. You could see the color difference though. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to deal with. And cornstarch is a thickener, so you take just a little bit, put some more in there. And yes, it may lighten it a little bit, but like I said, you want it lighter than the shade of your foundation. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah, definitely too much oil in there. But, you know, if you use just a few drops, just start with a couple of drops and go from there. And add more as you need it to get it to a paste. This is more of a liquid paste, which is not what I wanted. That may be too much. Or not. There we go. That's better. I can already tell that's better. Get it all mixed in there. And what you're doing when you do the blemish cover is you're basically filling in whatever hole or whatever issue you may have. And the vitamin E oil is good for your skin, as is the coconut oil. Helps keep it moisturized. So see, and it's not running as much as it was before. Put that one there. And the coconut oil. This one won't be as difficult to deal with, I don't think. But you can see it's got a golden color to it. And later on, if you stick with me, later on in the episodes, I will be showing you how to make an easy, non-orange tanning lotion that you can use even in the dead of winter, and it looks like you've got a beautiful tan. Okay, stop phone. I'm trying to get the heat from my hand to warm up the coconut oil. May just have to dive in there with my fingers in a minute. Trying to, there we go. That's better. That's got it. See, it's more of a paste, which is what you want. That's exactly what you want right there. Because then you skim it off and apply it. And you can kind of see it getting shiny, but you can also see it golden. See if it shows better on that side. Yeah, you can see it. It's better. It's a golden color. See? Alrighty. And that concludes blemish cover for this week. If you like what you see, please subscribe, please follow, please like it, tell your friends, male and female. I don't judge. I'm trying to earn money to go back to the UK, with or without my husband, because he is being a pain as far as earning money. But anyway, that's it for this week. If you have any questions, email me on annasbotanicals@gmail.com. Leave a message in chat, and I will talk to you next week. Have a good one. Actually, I'll see you in a few minutes if you're going to listen for Storytime with Lady Anna. Thank you for watching.